I'm going to tie a Klinkhammer. I'm sure I don't need to tell you there are literally dozens and dozens of different videos about tying Klinkhammers, and there's dozens and dozens of different ways of tying one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the way I tie them, which is a nice simple method for me. The hook I'm using is a Fasna 120 in size 16. The thread is Shear 14/0 in a primrose. And the first thing we're going to do is tie in the wing, which is going to be Antron. And you'll notice I'm using a mixture of yellow and white. And I find that shows up really nicely. And it's nice and distinctive. So the first thing I'm going to do is tie that in and then remove the waist and tidy up. I'm going to tie in the body from the area of the thorax. And for the body, I'm going to use Argentinian hare, which is quite a spiky dubbing. So you can have it as spiky or as smooth as you like. And in order to tie it on, I'm going to use a split thread method. So I'll spin my bobbin anti-clockwise to flatten the thread. And the dubbing I'm going to be using is a pale brown. And now I'm going to spin the bobbin clockwise just to tighten it up. Once I'm happy, I'll then just tighten the noodle up. You'll notice I'm keeping the, I'm not doing anything more to the wing. I like it like that because it's nice and out of the way, and we don't need to post it yet. And I'll tie down with the dubbing. That should do me. And remove the excess. And then I'm going to work my way back up the body with the thread just to add a bit of support. Okay, once I'm here, now's the time when I'm going to post the body, the wing, and tie in my hackle. I'm going to use a Grizzly hackle, and you'll notice that I'm leaving quite a bit of bare stem, bare rachis, which I want to wrap round the wing when it comes to that first. There's a choice here about whether you have the hackle fitting as like a saucer shape, or the reverse, where the hackle fibre is pointing downwards to simulate legs. With a saucer shape, it will lay that slightly bit less, lower rather, in the water. I don't think it really makes a difference. Modern hackles are so good nowadays, they're almost straight anyway. And I won't worry too much about the post at this stage. And I'll show you for why later. Just going to tidy that body up. I like it a bit scruffy, but there are limits. And for a thorax, I'm going to go down the nice traditional route and just tie in a single peacock hare. And tie off and whip finish. Add a bit of varnish. Okay, now I'm going to remove the thread and reposition the hook in the vise. And now I'm going to think about posting the wing. And what I'll do now, which may seem a bit strange, is I'm going to put my varnish on now. Varnish isn't going to dry too soon. I'm going to be quite generous with it. I'm going to put the hackle pliers on. As you can see, the first wrap around is going to be bare stem. And for each wrap around, probably don't need to tell you, I'm making sure that I'm going below the turn before. You'll see that it's quite a wide hackle. You tend to use a size bigger than you would for a dry fly. So it's quite a generous hackle. That should do me. Now it's a tricky pit, a bit most people don't like. What we're going to do is we're going to try and follow the thorax as much as possible. And we want to try and limit the number of fibers we get caught. As I won't say we're not going to get any caught, because I always seem to manage to do so. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the excess hackle. Remember, it doesn't really matter too much. We can always tidy up. And then I'm going to whip finish. And the same thing again. Just follow the thorax as much as possible to try and avoid as many fibers as possible. With the thread, reposition the fly again. And this is our time for tidying up. See, I've caught some there. Use either scissors to cut it or a burner. all that's left to do now is just to trim the wing to size. I normally go by the back of the hook. And there you have your Klinkhammer. I say there's many different varieties, body materials, thorax materials, ways of tying on the parachute post. But I find this way is the simplest. And once you've got the hang of that, then the world's your oyster. You can make as many different versions as you like. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.